Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich podcast with me, Vinod. Happy morning. I hope we have a wonderful day today. It's nice to catch up with you guys first thing in the morning, especially during these uncertain times. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. The global scenario is being marked up by a lot of unpredictability, with job security becoming a major concern. Every day you read more and more about layoffs, and even recently, SaaS company had announced a 20% workforce reduction in Berlin, which was the impetus for me to talk about today about this uncertainty times, leading to a lot of anxiety and despair, especially if you're employed and anxiously waiting emails indicating your job status, leading to tense and sober times in most offices these days. Gone are the days of high enthusiasm getting to work. Most days you don't even want to check your email, see what's happening. And the impact is beyond individuals. Layoffs just don't affect the individual employee, but ripple through their families and impacting their financials and emotional well-being. From the company's perspective, it's all about financial stability and growth, often sidelining the human element. The decisions, tough as they may be, are deemed necessary for the company's survival. And very strangely nowadays, what you're seeing is high performers are at risk. Surprisingly, top companies like Google and Microsoft have been laying off high performing employees. There's a psychological tactic to this, and that's what I want to reflect on today. Main reason why they let go of these high performing individuals is they often have higher salaries due to their experience, skills, and past performance. By letting them go, the company can save on higher salaries and associated benefits, so the number of people being let go is fewer. So as I was saying, letting go of a fewer individuals saves a lot more money for them, so they can retain a lot more people. That's a cost saving tactic. The other is a psychological one, as mentioned earlier by me, that the psychological strategy here at play is high performers. They believe, due to their skills and achievements, are more likely to find a new job elsewhere quickly. And by letting them go, the company anticipates these employees will secure a new position faster than mediocre and low performing employees. So, this tactic also plays into the fear of the remaining employees, pushing them to work harder, being more loyal to the company. As strange as this all is, this is a psychological thing which HR does. And restructuring and strategy shifting. Sometimes laying off is a result of the company's strategic shift and restructuring. So even high performing employees might have to be let go because these roles are no longer aligned with the company's new direction, which you've been saying. And some companies have been doing this to believe that a certain level of turnover can be beneficial in preventing teams from being too complacent and set in their views. And by occasionally letting go of these even high performing employees, they bring fresh perspectives and new ideas into the company. I've seen this happening in Tata's also. And reducing dependency, company becomes very reliant on these high performance, and they can pose a risk. And by diversifying the workforce and reducing the dependency on key individuals, the company might believe they are safeguarding against potential future challenges. But if the guy is a high performer and everything is riding on his back, and suddenly he gets a better offer and he decides to leave, or she decides to leave, things can go sideways for them. So to prevent this, they do this too. And in some cases, high performing employees might be seen as a threat to the management and the other team members, especially if they're outspoken and challenge their status quo. And by letting them go, they maintain the power dynamics in the company and the organization. And in these uncertain times also leads to short term focus. So short term financial gains over long term return and stability for the company, because they're going through some tough times. So they lay off these high performing individuals. So these are the reasons why, even if you're a high performer, there is no security nowadays. So, yes, is it ethical to play these psychological tactics by the HR department? Uh, and is the financial beneficial imperatives or more important than the well-being of the people working for you? And what are the long-term implications of this kind of strategies for the company's culture and especially its reputation? Because once it's known in the market, this company is doing this, fewer and fewer people will want to work for such organizations, especially when things start turning around and there are better opportunities. Most people like to leave a toxic environment. So these are the things that's happening currently. And I want you guys to not worry about all this. I know it's very easily said. And one of the main reasons why we started this channel and this whole initiative of Money Pay to Be Rich and whatever we've been doing is to remove this kind of anxiety. Yes, main reason all of us need employment is for having a source of income. That income is very important. And by investing, by moving forward with some kind of a plan and having a roadmap to secure your freedom is most important. And I want you to focus on that. If you are feeling anxious, if you are dreading checking your office emails, then it's about time you took some steps in your life to move towards financial freedom. So when you do have a job, it's not because you need the income. You're doing the job because you like doing the job and you like being in the company and being surrounded by the people in that company. And you believe in what that company is doing, not mainly because it's paying your salary, which you desperately need. And same way, when you do decide to switch jobs and decide to move out of this company and move to another company, it is because the next company which you want to join, that culture in that company or what that company stands for, it aligns with you personally, and not just because they're giving you a 25% raise or a 50% raise. It is very disheartening for me to see people moving from company to company just on the base of the 25% raise, or they don't want to take an offer from another company which they really like, which they really wanted to always work for, but they're not able to take that job because their company is not matching my salary, what I'm getting. So the main reason for that is if you feel heavily dependent on your income and you're not invested and you don't have a plan in place, this leads to this kind of fear. And I do know a lot of people who are very financially very well off, and they do have adequate sources of income and money saved and invested, but they're not able to get out of this mindset where they've been laid off and they're like, the whole world is over. I don't have an income right now. I'm like, you don't have to worry about an income. You can take some time off. Spend some time with your family, spend some time with your children. You've done well till now. And those people are at my age, so they've been working for 20, 25 odd years, and they've saved quite well, and they've invested quite well, and they're quite diversified. They've done the right things. Yes, it's unfortunate that this news came to you sideways and took your wind out or your sails. But your perception of this is very important. So keep this in mind. If you are being crippled by anxiety and fear of your job, it is not the job which is creating the fear and anxiety, it is the fact that you have not decided to work on your financial independence, and it's never too late. I've done many videos with Kesav and Shashwat where we talk about even a small investment of just 1,000 rupees. If it compounds over a long period of time, can give very handsome returns. And that's all it takes. It just takes time to start and then keep it going and be consistent with it. And once you get that freedom, you have a financial safety net below you, then this anxiety of your job will disappear. You'll be surprised how fast you don't worry about so much of being employed or not employed. And you'll be working with a lot more freedom, and you'll be a much happier person going to work and not too hung up on the job security. And and actually you'll turn out to be that kind of demeanor you're able to project out would give the management on the company a lot of food for thought, and they would be thinking twice about letting you go because you don't seem to be too nervous about hanging around. So it all plays to your benefit to start investing. Yes, times are uncertain. Even if you're a high performer, I want to bring this out that even high performers are there's no job security for them either. So don't assume just because you're a high performer or you see a high performer, don't assume they're not going to be let go of. They can be let go of. And the reasons can be very varied, like what I said. Could be a psychological tactic by HR. It could be something as crazy as believing that they will be able to pick up a job much faster than someone else who's not so well skilled. Or it could be is trying to reduce the total cost more than the total head numbers, to bring the head count down, but keep the numbers still up. Anyway, I know it was a bit of a somber note today to talk about employment and being let go and getting the pink slip, as they say in the US. So don't be nervous about it. Don't worry about it. Don't add to anxiety. Remember, any job is just a means to getting to your financial freedom and being free from the so-called rat race we are all stuck in. Do have a wonderful day, and I hope you do enjoy this podcast and found it informative and entertaining. And I do look forward to seeing you in the next one tomorrow. See you in the next one. Bye.